where voices cry but none can speak. In halls of whispers, secrets keep. We're here to break the silent streak. Stand up, fight, don't let it go. Reveal the truths they won't show. In the darkness, light will grow. Justice rises, voices flow. Children's dreams are cast aside in the system where lies reside. We won't let them run and hide. Hearts are strong, we're full of pride. Stand up, fight, don't let it go. Reveal the truths they won't show. In the darkness, light will grow. Justice rises, voices flow. Children's dreams are cast aside in the system where lies reside. We won't let them run and hide. Hearts are strong, we're full of pride. Stand up, fight, don't let it go. Reveal the truths they won't show. In the darkness, light will grow. Justice rises, voices flow. In every tear, a story's told. Every heartbeat's calling bold. With hands and spirits, we will mold a future where love takes hold. Stand up, fight, don't let it go. Reveal the truths they won't show. In the darkness, light will grow. Justice rises, voices flow.
Hey everybody, welcome in. Here we are. Hey Jonathan, welcome in. We got the chat below, everybody. And I'm Danielle, and I'm your host again. How's everybody doing? Here we are on this Friday. It's I'm gonna have to say the weather down here in Georgia is not very bright and sunny today. It's a mess. So how's everybody doing out there in the world? Jonathan, welcome in, my friend. How are you? I got a bit of some like a mix of things today we're going to talk about. I want to talk about what's going on in the CPS world. I want to talk about some other things, and then I also want to share with y'all from when I was in my troubled times. I'm going to share y'all my speech. It was my graduation speech for when I was graduating a drug court program in the same county that I'm dealing with. And I just want y'all to listen and feel, there are families out there that the parents do struggle with addiction and substance abuse. And I do want to address this being a recovering addict. I do want to say that I wrote this when I was 33 years old now. I'm 40. So this was just seven years ago. And the things that I talk about, you know, this is from my like what I went through during this time, it'll just wait. You'll hear, and I want to share it with y'all. So I hope that y'all are okay with that. Jonathan, what you think about that? You think that's a good idea? Share my So what it was is when I graduated this program, we had to write our you know like our experience, and it was like it was just about our story. So this is the real story. It's my past, yes, but just you can tell, and I was fully aware, like it just you'll see, and you'll understand where I'm coming from with this. But because I was going through TikTok yesterday, can you hear me, Jonathan? And I saw I saw a TikTok video that was this guy. I follow him, and he's a really awesome guy. And the way he he does his videos is it's like he's in the past moments, like, if he was in his active addiction, but he uses that scenario to show the recovery part. Like, um he said, there was something he said yesterday that was just great, and I typed it. I think I typed it. Let me find it real quick. And y'all, I'm telling you, like, it's good to express yourself. And it's been heavy on my heart, Jonathan, to share with y'all. So today, we're gonna go down another rabbit hole, and we're gonna get. I mean, we're gonna stay in the CPS world, but this is also. But I do want to remind y'all that we're gonna go down this rabbit hole because there are parents out there that face it, and we lost another mom and dad, two different families. They had children, two different states, and they are no longer with us, because of, so that you get what I'm saying. That's why I'm going down this path right now, not the path, but today with the show. I want to go down the addiction, and I want to share my past and my dark. I'm not afraid to talk about it. I feel like I'm strong enough to talk about it. And am I happy with my past? No. Am I happy with my choices I made? No. But do you know, it's I can't dwell on that because it'll hold me back. I have to think I had to make changes because you know what? If I stayed in that, I probably wouldn't be here with you today. And my kids need me. As much as, I do have to say my daughter, she's 17, and, she's bringing awareness to horrible parents, is what she said. And I'm not down on her at all. But like I told her, and I'm letting her voice herself, so she's more than welcome to. And I've even asked her if she wanted to come on the show. There's no, you know, I would love to share, and I'm not afraid of it because I know my children are hurt, and they can be upset with me. I understand, and I wish I can I wish I can go back and take my past and just and redo it, all over again. But I don't know. I mean, I'm reassuring my daughter that I am, and all my kids, moms, I'm here for you. I'm always been here for you, and I've always loved you. I've never turned my back on them at all. But I do realize and understand that my kids are hurt. They are, especially my girls. My girls are hurt. Maybe I should have tried harder. I mean, there's things that there's questions that I'm sure that they have that when they're ready to ask me, I'll answer them. And I'll answer them honestly, whether it hurts me or it makes me look bad. You know, I'm their mother, and I deserve what they have to say because those are my kids. I mean, that's every parent. We've all made mistakes in our lives, and my children shouldn't have went through. I mean, they were in a safe, stable home, yes, but at the end of the day, when you go back and think, they really I mean, they could have been brainwashed. But I'm not gonna even go down that rabbit hole right now. There's negative and positive things about like the whole guardians and the guardianship thing, but then there's also rabbit holes that can pop up, and negative and controlling environments pop up, and then mind control, mind manipulation. Jonathan said it's a big part of healing and bringing the truth to the light and regain our rights and kids from the criminal predator trafficking government system. Right, Jonathan. And Jonathan, I mean, I'm not. I'll share it with everyone. I've shared my story with y'all. Y'all know I have my brother. He's actually making me pancakes right now. we had some pancake mix from Cracker Barrel, and he is in there making us pancakes. So that's awesome, you know. So you know, he's here with me, and my daughter, she's my oldest daughter. She's expressing herself all over TikTok. I can't say, you know, she said some things, but you know, she's voicing herself. She's getting it out, and I'm gonna let her. She deserves that opportunity, that chance. So she's bringing awareness to horrible parents. Um, and she's like I said, she's my child, and she's expressing herself. So I'm gonna let her express herself. Everyone knows my story, and you know, there's two. I've always this is you know, she could be one sided right now, you know, but she's never hurt my side. But maybe one day, you know, I can only wish that she would. And I may get that one day. I don't know. But right now, I'm letting her express herself. And if it gets out of hand, but right now, it's within, you know, everybody knows my story. I ain't got nothing to hide. I've been to prison. Y'all know this. I've been down the addiction road. Y'all know this. I've been in a dark spot in my life. Yes. Did I make stupid decisions? Yes. Did I fix? Did I change? Oh yeah. Am I doing way better? Definitely. Do I regret my past? It hurts, yeah, and I know, and you'll see where I'm coming from with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and just share this with y'all. So go ahead and get it this part over with, because I want to share. But I did want to say, this is called this for the ones out there that are struggling with addiction. Hey Debbie, how are you? The ones out there that are struggling with addiction or in recovery, and you have your ups and downs. I want to say my door is always open, phone's always on. Reach out if you ever feel yourself falling down that rabbit hole to go. Don't go back to that. Don't go back to your past. You're doing so good now, these parents, and even if someone's listening that doesn't have children or is not involved with CPS, this is all for y'all. And my buddy on TikTok, oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot his name. I didn't forget it. I was gonna call him this TikTok name if he's listening. I think it's like DBJR, and he sells like the recovery hoodies and stuff. I give him because this is what he said in his video. He said being an addict wasn't all bad. He said so embrace that shit, own that shit, embrace who you are in the struggle that you was given. It was given to you for a reason, for a greater reason that you don't see right now. But I promise you, if you just don't give up, stay in the course, and you see the other side of this, you will find out what the greater purpose is. Let's go. Recovery is the way. 2025. Y'all, that's amazing. That's awesome. You like that? I love it. And you just like when I heard that in his video, I should have. I mean, I had to. He was his video. He talks about like he being an addict wasn't so bad. It gave me, my sister gave me a car, you know, and thanks sis. And he, you know, so he was talking about being an addict, but it's not in a like, yeah, it's okay to do drugs. No, he wasn't saying that at all. That's not, y'all know what he's saying. He's trying to make the best out of it, because don't beat yourself up because you may have a past history with substance abuse, or you could be struggling with it now. Whatever the case may be, you're not a bad person. And it ain't nobody's job to judge you, okay? So if somebody's wanting to tell you you're a bad person and dwell on the fact that you're fighting a lifelong battle that is hard, and you know what? If you're in recovery, you got it. You are a beast, you know? Because I'm telling you, you got it. You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. And when you're in addiction, that sometimes is the only thing you have. The only choice you have is, are you gonna sink or swim? You know, honestly, y'all agree? I mean, I've always, you know, that's one thing that I've always thanks Debbie. Welcome in, Debbie. How's everything going with the kiddo and Chris? So Debbie, today I'm gonna share. Hey, Chris, I'm glad y'all are joining. Hi, Andy. How are you? Welcome in from Germany. We got a guest in here from Germany. Thank you for stopping in. That's awesome. Thank you for joining us. My name's Danielle, and we're here, and we're taking a different approach today. We're gonna because we've lost some parents in the that are fighting CPS, and they've had, they've been experiencing the CPS battle, and but they've also they're no longer, they've gained their wings, which I wish they would have reached out. I know one of them is really close to me, and I wish he would have. I wish he wouldn't have gave up so easy. So that's why I want to put parents out there. If you're struggling, please reach out to somebody. So right now, this is what I'm going to share with y'all. Okay, it's my speech for when I graduated the drug court program. In I was. It, thank you. Hi, Andy. Welcome in. How are you doing? So so welcome in, my friend. Oh yeah, everybody like, subscribe, share out the channel, share out the show. Hey, so today, I mean, we're also gonna talk about like long term consequences of. I kind of thought that maybe after I read this, that the long term consequences of child abuse and neglect might, it could, because if you think about it, when you're in addiction, you are that is, it's no reason for you to lose your children, by no means. Safety is a big thing, yes, and anyone in it that's in active addiction right now should know. Make Get your kids are safe. If you're struggling, reach out, get that help you need, and I promise you, do it for them babies. Do it for them babies. Okay, them babies need you. I my kids are teenagers, and they're on the adult side of the teenage years, like they're 16, 17, and 18. I mean, 16, 17, and 19. Boy, my son tells everybody he's 20, but he's only 19. So Andy, or Jonathan said, Andy, do you know if this stuff is happening in Holland too? All right, Andy. So welcome in. And what we're saying, like child protective services, and them taking kids and trafficking them, or the funding, like cash for kids. Any parent, no due process, no trials, no nothing. Are they just? Is it over? Is it in your? Is it going on over there as well? Do y'all have that? Um, is it bad over there? I know in UK it is. I know in Wales it is. I know in a lot of Australia, Russia. Let's see. No, Russia. Was it bad in Russia, y'all? I can't say. I take that back about the Russian thing. Australia, I know for sure. United Kingdom, I know for sure, because I think it was Guam or Guinea. What did he say? I'm thinking about Brenda when she talked about her guinea. She said she had a mean guinea. I think it was a guinea, and she talks. She's like horrified from that guinea she had. She had this animal, and it was just, she said it was mean, and she's like, she talked about that thing last night for like 5 10 minutes. All right, everyone. Let me see. Let me keep up with these comments. Let me get off this screen. Okay, let's see. But there's something else I want to share. All right. I know there's a couple things. Have y'all ever heard the thing? Pretending to be a functioning adult is way too exhausting. When I grow up, I want to be a bear. Arr. You either leave them a footprint to follow or a scar to heal everyone you come in contact with. These are just little things that I like wrote up and typed up. But there's another one. I'll have to find it. Let's see. Let me get back in the comments. Let me pull my comments up on my computer so I can see y'all. All right, guys. All right, let's see did Andy comment back, everybody? Let me pull my chat up over here on my computer. So, but y'all are hey Albie, hey everybody. y'all are, look, I gotta catch up on y'all's comments. Okay. So today, y'all got me till, actually 7 o'clock, I think. I think it's 7. So yeah, that's great. I wish I could have got on at 5 like I wanted to. And, stuff, today the rain was really, really bad over here. So let me pull his comments up so I can catch up with you guys. And I don't know why my comments aren't coming up. Hold on. Trying to get them, guys. Hold on. It's coming. I hope. Oh, good morning. There it goes. All right. So here we go. So did Andy answer? Is he still in here with us? Andy, are you still here with us? Andy Ryan? Well, if he's still here, maybe I wish he would have stayed. Maybe he was just stopping by to say, hey, well, at least, we got to meet someone from Germany. That's awesome, y'all. So, hey, Albie, welcome in. I see Debbie, Chris, Andy was in here, Jonathan. I got Albie. Who else? Let's see. All right. My comment is okay. What? Who? Somebody just is talking. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. The people. Okay, so Jonathan was asking Andy if over in Germany. So if there's any audience members out there or people that are watching, maybe scrolling through TikTok or, well, darn, I still don't get my TikTok comments. But if there's someone out there that can, if you're from Germany, please reach out and let us know that it's calls. Y'all, I know it's Friday, and if people are watching, don't call on the phone. I'm just kidding. Please don't. Please don't. No, for real. So let me go back to. Hold on, y'all. Guys, hold on. Just give me 1 second. 1 second, guys. Hold on, y'all. Don't say. Oh God. Yeah, I can't get my computer to stop calling people. It's like all of a sudden going crazy. Hold on just 1 second, y'all. See, this is why I don't like when people call. So now I got to turn off my computer. So I'm going to have to go with my phone now. This is great. Sorry, y'all. See, this is why I don't like people calling. All right. So back to what I was saying. I think I'm by myself. Okay. Can y'all hear me? I'm sorry, guys. I am so sorry that happened. That's why I get upset when people call during my lives. I think the ones that have respect, thank you very much. And I will. Can y'all hear me? Are y'all still here with me? I hope I didn't kick y'all off. Please don't tell me I did. All right. Debbie said we need next year for all of us to go to Washington, D.C. rally. Oh, yeah, definitely. That'd be awesome. Albie, so y'all can still hear me, right? Y'all still here with me? Because I still got to. Please tell me y'all are still here. Somebody. Hold on. This is embarrassing. Sorry, y'all. Bro, I'm live. Okay, so sorry. Let's get back to where I was going. Y'all, I do apologize. That just took like 10 minutes away from y'all, and that's just absolutely not cool. And this is just because it's Friday doesn't mean people, well, it's okay. Danielle, just y'all tell me to be good. I'm just kidding. Here I am. So let's talk about. Okay, so I missed the guinea pig story. I have two because they were my daughter's pet. You know how that goes. Albie, Brenda had a guinea, and she said it was mean. It was like, I guess it was a male, and she said it was mean, and the way she was talking, because she was just the way she was talking about it, I'm like, come on, they're not mean, and she's like, Danielle, you just don't know. I'm like, but yeah, that was the guinea story. Brenda, she didn't like that one. I guess she had, so, but they did get rid of it. But she's got a chicken now that, she's got a heart for animals, and that's awesome. Like some people got green thumbs because I rip for plant. I'm not I can't, don't have a green thumb for nothing. I suck at that really bad. So don't ever trust me with a plant because I am, that's yeah. Like a plant looks at me and it's like, no, Danielle. Anyway, let's get back to where we were going. Okay, so Chris said, I have a friend. She is from Canada and she says it's the same. Canada is, I know Canada, United Kingdom, Wales. So Australia, everybody, it's nationwide. It's international. It's all over the world. And I wish, I wish that all of us all over the world can just come together and get this, taking, like, I wish that we could, y'all, I'm getting really upset here because I can't do my live without people. I might have to take a minute. Commercial break. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so let me read this. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna have to get up real quick. Hold on. That was someone at the door. Hold on, guys. Y'all are gonna go with me. Oh, no, I'm live. But yeah, that's my brother, y'all. Let me see what these. Hold on. Okay, sorry, y'all. So yeah, that was I feel bad, bro, because I don't like being mean to people. You know what I'm saying? I don't like being mean to nobody. Yeah, when you live in a neighborhood that everyone is I'm not gonna say it's just a neighborhood. It's just but I guess I need to put a better notification out. All right, guys, here I'm back. I'm sorry. Let me get back right. This is just, y'all know it's Friday. All right, so and it my comment is still, so don't worry. Okay. Jonathan said he used to live in Holland up to 2011, so I can understand Netherlands, German, and English. Oh wow, Jonathan, that's awesome. So you know all three. Wow. And then oh wow. Do you know, like, have you ever I've always heard a Spanish speaking person, if Spanish is their primary language, I've always heard that it's harder for a Spanish speaking person to learn English than it is for, like, English is my primary language, for a person that already that knows English to learn Spanish. And it's true because it was the dialect of it. And I learned that when I was like 15, 16 because I worked at McDonald's. I'll share with you. I had a job at McDonald's, and my coworkers, they wanted to learn English and I wanted to learn Spanish, and that's how I learned over the years, is because we taught each other. And I actually, I I'm rusty a little bit, but I was spoke it fluently for a long time until like it's not ever going to wear off. Like you're always going to know it, but if you don't stay consistent with it, you can, you would have to refresh yourself on it. So, and that's what I'm like, I'd be really like mine would probably, if I spoke it, I'd be like saying some, okay. All right, y'all. So okay, good. Thank you, Jonathan. You said, how do I say that? I can, he go, you can hear me good? Does that say that? I don't even know I don't even know how to pronounce that. Ik can he go horn? I, look, y'all don't judge me. Don't make fun of me. I'm just kidding. I don't know how to speak that. And that's Netherlands. Jonathan said it's a powerful grab to make all the world one big communist ruled globe. Yeah, it's true. Albie said, I'm really interested in hearing what you wrote when you graduated. It's vital to be vulnerable by self-reflection. Vulnerability is uncomfortable, but it's a part of healing. All right, y'all. Y'all talked me into it. Let's go. Let's do it. All right. So this was, I was 30. I was actually 33 when I wrote this. I believe. And, and think this is what I talk about, like my drug court graduation. My mom, my dad, my son, and my nanny were there. And then I had some friends, and it surprised, like, look, my friends, these people, I didn't think anybody would show up. And when I tell you that was and of course with my last name, I was the last person. So, I had to do like the big ending part and drop the mic, I'm just kidding. But, it was I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. And, that program changed me. And it was like, you had to trust me. There were times that stress is okay. Sometimes they said that sometimes their stress is healthy, and it's okay to say no. Always know this, everyone. If you catch yourself being a people pleaser, and it's getting so bad, it is okay to say no. Think about your family, your self-care, your family first. Don't let no one take advantage of you or your kind heart for their advantage. It's okay to say no. You're not gonna get punished or put down or anything just for saying no to anybody. Okay. I just want to let y'all know that, because that's another thing I had to learn. That stress is, and it's okay to be selfish. They said it's okay to say no. If somebody calls you selfish, it's not selfish. It's okay to say no. So always know that it's not, you already, yeah. So let me get into the speech. All right. So this, I was a wild thing, like kid. And it talks about my younger childhood too. Like when I was a teenager with my brothers. Okay. So here we go. Hi. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready for me to read it? Somebody put me a comment down there. Just a yay, nay. I wish I could hear y'all talk. Like, I wish we could all just have one big group talk. Can y'all still hear me? Y'all here with me? Somebody shoot me a comment. Okay. Well, as long as I'm still here with y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and start it. All right. Y'all ready? Here we go. Hi. Oh, sorry. Hi. My name is Danielle. I'm 33 years old and a recovering addict. Tonight and this is, me at there standing in front of everybody, okay? So tonight I have been joined by my mother, Eva, my nanny, Florence, my coworkers, Harriet, my biggest fan. It sounds corny because it is, but when you really set boundaries, yes, Albie, and you could not have said that better yourself. It does sound corny, and it's like people are, you know what? It ain't nobody's job to judge us. We make our decisions and we take the steps in our own lives. If you like, What is it? If you do something wrong, who's gonna be? You have to face. You have to face you know. So, you know what? If it's corny, but it betters you, and you're not, and it's not dragging you down and breaking you, and like just being. Don't let it, for one. Don't let nobody ever get to you like that. Just by helping them, that's a no. That's a definite no. But there's boundaries, and you can set boundaries for anyone. That is totally up to you, but do not let nobody walk all over you, please, people. Please. I mean and that's what a lot of people face when they're in active addiction, is that people pleasing. I've been there. I've been there, guys. I have, guys and gals. I've been there. All right, so here we go. So thank you for joining me today. I would like to thank the team for all their support, uplifting, and their courageous words throughout this program. It has taught me to be more positive about life, not to hold things in, and it is okay to worry about self. That's what I meant when it's okay to be self. Say no. Again, I want to thank you for not giving up on me and giving me the hope and the push that I needed to be successful in my life. I look forward to continuing on this road of recovery and all the wonderful things that are happening in my life. And you know what? It was great. It's been great. My mom, I miss my mom. I do. Yeah. But mom. She's very well missed. So now to my story about how my addiction began. Growing up, I was like any other kid. I had a great family. I'm a good mother and father. I was the oldest of three. I have two younger brothers. At the age of 15, I started to become rebellious against everything. I was a sophomore in high school when I began sneaking out late at night after my parents went to bed. And that is where it all began, the partying. I would get my friends to pick me up, and we would drink and smoke pot. I didn't care what was going on. I thought I was all that. I began to commit crimes. I committed like breaking into a vacant home in my neighborhood and using them for whatever my friends and I wanted to do. We broke into the home, and we were young, and it was the stupidest thing ever, y'all. And yeah, I was young. Where was I at? Okay. I did end up still graduating at the age of 17 in May of 2002. After graduation, I began to think about my future, but I was focused on it before. Instead of going out and partying a lot, I worked a full-time job, and and was maintaining the responsibilities I had at the time. So after going through my struggle, 15, 16, when I graduated, I was got my place. I had a good job. I was actually, and I wasn't going out partying, y'all. I was actually I actually my I was worried about maintaining my responsibilities, and I knew that I needed to stay right. I only drank on special occasions and get-togethers. At the age of 22, I quit a management job to move to Miami, Florida. Okay. This is where the real stuff began. I didn't know what hardcore drugs were. I had only messed with alcohol and pot. I thought this was the best decision ever for me, and I was going to have a brighter future. Little did I know what was in store once I got to Miami. I started working at an electrical company. One day after work, I was getting ready for the evening to relax at home. I got out of the shower only to walk into my bedroom and see my boyfriend with a CD case up to his nose while holding a half-cut straw in his hand. I didn't know what to say at that time. I was shocked. All right, I was shocked. But that is when I started to get curious. I asked him what he was doing, and he told me nothing. I asked him again, and that is when he told me. Instantly, I wanted to try it. I wanted to see what the big deal was that everyone at work was talking about and why my boyfriend would be up so late at night. Going through his CD cases, trying to put them alphabetically. Yes, it's true. That was all it took that one time, y'all. Sniffing that white substance up my nose was it. It hit me instantly. I was in love. I was in love with my demon, with what was going to create a monster. I loved the feeling. After that day, it turned into a weekend and a weekend thing. When Friday hit, I would do it until Sunday, then sober up for Monday to be back at work. More into my use, it turned into every other day, then daily, then to where I kept chasing it, always wanting more. Nothing was ever enough. I wanted more. I wanted it right then and there. And here we go. Y'all, here's where it got real deep. As my use got worse, I started to commit crimes. To please my habit, I began with fake checks, lying, stealing, hurting the ones that were there for me. My thoughts to myself were, I didn't care about no one else. I was going to get mine when I wanted it. I didn't care who I hurt, what I did to do it, and how it would affect me later on. I would isolate myself for days at a time and no one would hear from me. I would stay hungry all the time and not want to eat. I would stay angry and hate anyone or anything. I was the devil. I wasn't the person that people once knew. The dedicated, determined Danielle, I turned into something unexplainable. From one drug to another, I went from cocaine to meth, which hit me even harder. That is when it really started to show. My health started to go downhill. I was diagnosed with high blood pressure due to meth use. I would be up for days at a time and stay to myself and let my health go. I looked horrible. I was in love with this drug. I loved it and no one else. I wanted to give up. I was done. Everything was over. My life was crumbling before my eyes and I had no feelings. I didn't care. I wasn't the hardworking, dedicated, determined, outgoing, kind-hearted woman that people once knew, especially my family. They didn't know who I was anymore. During my addiction, I lost my family, friends that were close to me, support from my job. That is when the struggle was real. It had finally caught up with me. It wasn't a dream anymore, y'all. It was reality. As my life continued on, I have realized the positive out of life, and there's so much more out there besides the drug world, y'all. I am now sober and free of the bondage of cocaine and meth. In a little amount of time, I've accomplished so much. For the first time in life, I've had a stable place that I can call my own. I've had a steady job that I'm very happy at. I'm a unit director for a very big restaurant. I have a nice car, 2 cars actually. My friends are coming back around me now that I'm sober. I have a great support team. I love every minute of my life, and I've never been this happy. Being in recovery, I've gained love, support, motivation, hope, accomplishment, and most of all, strength. I've been able to repair my relationship with my family, which is the biggest one that was damaged due to my addiction. It is still a work in progress. I have built relationships with wonderful people being in this program and just being out in the world. My kids are a relationship that is taking time to repair, but it's getting there better day by day. My kids staying involved in the community is a big role in my recovery. I will continue to help children that are going through the same thing my kids did. Children that have parents that are addicted or incarcerated. And I did a big community service project. It's called Aunties, Angels, Aunties, and Uncles. And what it is like a sister off the angel tree. And I couldn't like do a lot of families, but we did do, and it was kids that had parents that were either incarcerated or in an active addiction at that time. Maybe that was, yes, and I will still continue to do that. And it's at Christmas time, and some of I think we were gonna try to do it, but it was a community service project I did that kept and led on to more. So hopefully we'll be able to do it this year. Where was I at? I will continue to give back to the community by helping others get sober and learn how to maintain it. It can be hard to maintain it, guys. It's a lifelong battle that you'll never. You will have your ups and downs, and I applaud anyone that's in recovery that is beating that beast. You got this. You do. I will be a good support team of helping others. My goals for the future are to get my store volume up and ready for success with sales, maintain my sobriety, and live a happy, healthy life, and be the mother to my children that I should be. Drug court has helped me learn that it's okay to be selfish and say no. She knows who she is that told me this, and that was the judge. I knew we butted heads a lot in the end, but I want to thank you for the support and giving me the push I needed in this program to make the changes I have made. This program has taught me right from wrong. It has taught me that if you really want to change, there's a lot out there for love and support. That's the first step. You gotta want to change for anyone, because if you don't want it, there's it's gonna be like what is it, a revolving door. It's gonna be just a circle, a circle you're battling, that you got to want the change. You got to take the first step. So their program has taught me right from wrong. They help motivate me by turning me from negative Nancy to looking on the brighter side of things. I was on a dark spot, y'all. Drug court has taught me that I can't save the world and that it's not all about drama. Also, that some stress is healthy stress. Would I recommend this to anyone? Heck yeah, only if they want to change. Am I glad I made the decision to be a part of this program? Yeah. It was one of the best decisions I've ever made, because I was able to build my bond back with my children, my mom, my nanny, my dad, and my friends and my community. The program has helped me teach me how to be independent, that yes, I can do it, and that yes, I am strong. So with that, I would like to close with this. You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. So, and when you're in active addiction, y'all see the things, and my brother can witness to this, because he went down that road. We were down that road at a time together. My brother is he overdosed in 2014. It almost took his life. He was on life support for 2 weeks, and they were about to, mom, because he wasn't. And when I tell you the prayer words, it was amazing. He come through when they were about to just and he was in there, and I knew my brother would come through. It wasn't time for him to, but my brother is disabled now because of that. And he is way better, but he does struggle with the disability. He's physically disabled. His right side is. His leg, he can't bend on his right side, and his arm is stuck in a position like this, So, and sure, okay, look, we got to, and hi, Shirley, welcome in. I had to deal with CBS all because I had cancer. They tried to take my son, but I had a good lawyer that the courts gave me and beat them at their own game. Awesome. Congratulations, Shirley. And I'm, God bless you for having, are you in remission, or are you still battling it now? And I give you many kudos, and that's awesome that you beat it. And then you beat the system, because they are horrible. Like, it's a nightmare that nobody should ever have to go through, especially. And then you were battling cancer. That is, that's what's up. You're a warrior, hun. You're a warrior. You know, they don't realize what what a lot of families are going through. And it's, well, it's like they just want to come in and butt in your personal life and just, I mean, think about it. Like Shirley said, she has cancer, and they come in and they wanted to take her son, and that is, and I can say she is correct. How are they going to judge a family because a family member has that? Shirley, if I may ask you, how did it make you feel that they were just going to take your child because of a health condition? And it's one that is, it can be very detrimental. How did that make you feel? If that's okay, if you want to answer that, because I do know, I do know other people, families that have gone through that themselves. So that is true. So true. Um, so what was their is that what their reason for taking wanting to take your son was? Or what did they say it was? Did they try to say neglect or like I would love to know if if you want to answer it, that's totally up to you, hun. But I thank you for coming in and you are welcome anytime in here. And if you want to ever come on the show, you're more than welcome to as well. And that's for anybody out there. Brenda, what are you saying OMG for, Brenda? Shirley. Shirley also, I'm gonna keep you in my thoughts and prayers and are you in remission? Everyone send your love to Miss Shirley. And is Tammy in here too with us? Tammy had a stroke, right? I think that's what she said yesterday. So let's keep these ladies in our thoughts and prayers as we go on to every day. Shirley, I bet you. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Okay, so y'all, I'm not gonna. Okay, Shirley, I'm gonna get to that. I see it. I see you. I see what you just said, hun. I do, and I'm gonna. I gotta. I see where Albie said I was also blessed to be able to have an attorney stay with me. That is some BS with CPS and your health, right? Never give up. Brenda says never give up. It does sound like the textbook addiction process, but it is a good that you have been able to wake up from the addiction and turn it around. Support it to you, Danielle. Yeah, I wrote that from the heart because that is real. Like when I tell you they gave us and that like we had certain questions we had to answer when we wrote it. And I mean, if you go like you say the textbook thing, if we went there with the textbook thing, we wouldn't graduate. Like I mean, that right there is true life events that happened. Like, and y'all, it did hurt my family and like, and my daughter is I mean, and she has every right to speak out like she is. I mean, and yeah, maybe I am a horrible mom in her eyes, but I still love her, and I'll always love her, and I can do. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do way better than I ever did. I'm gonna be the best mom I can be, and for her from here on out, and from when I straighten up. Shame on me for doing wrong. Shame on me, and I hope one day she forgives me. You know. But I'll still be there for any of my children from even if I have to be from a distance. If whenever they're ready, I'm ready. I'm right here for them, and I'll always be ready, and I'll always love them, and I'm their biggest cheerleader. Whenever they're struggling, I will be there, whether in any way, shape, or form. I will be there for my kids, no matter what, and I have always. That's even like even like there's no excuse for me to be when I was in my addiction. That's all me. That was my fault. Shame on me. I failed my children at that time. Yes, I did. And that's I did hurt my children, and I will admit that. And whatever they have to say to me and to get whatever they want to voice themselves, I will sit there and take it because I deserve it. But I do want my children to know that I love them. I love them dearly, and I've never not loved them. I've never not wanted to be. I never gave up on my kids. I've never, and I won't ever give up on my kids. And I can assure, I know with my daughters, it's hard for them, which totally I understand that. But hopefully, I hope one day that they have they'll come around. Which with her voicing herself, I think that's a way of her getting it out. And hey, if everybody's gonna know my story, and so here we are. Maybe I can get my daughter to come on the show. I right now it's not it's with other things going on, but there's a lot more to the story. But this is my story that my wrongs and me making it right and moving forward because I couldn't stay in addiction, y'all. I couldn't do it. I mean, I was tired of getting myself right and then falling back down that rabbit hole. It's not. I mean, I wasn't getting no younger. I was getting older, and come on, I should have been way more responsible than, and I shouldn't. That was like an immature thing decision as a adult to just decide to, that's wrong. That's wrong. And it's not anybody else's fault but mine. I made those choices. I did. It ain't my kid's fault. It's not my parents' fault. It's not my best friend's fault. It's my fault. And some people, like in my family, they wanted to blame my boyfriend at the time. It's not his fault. It was my fault. It's my fault. I made that choice to put that straw to my nose and start that. I was told what could happen, and I still went down that rabbit hole. Did I change from it? Yeah. I won't go back. I will never go back because I don't want to go through that again. Y'all, sometimes you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, And I was tired of having to restart life. Why can't I live my life? Danielle, what is going on with you? And I had to rethink a lot of things. I had to refine myself because I did lose myself in this. I mean, when I tell y'all it got me, it got me. I fell in love quick and it instantly. Other people can probably relate to that, but it's not a road that I want anyone to ever be down because it's a hell scary road. My mom said on Facebook when I graduated, she said, my daughter, she said, I'm proud of my daughter. She said, and I will back my daughter, and I will be darned if I will see her go back down that road. She said, there's things that my daughter's been through that she said that this has come from my mother, and I'll always cherish this. That means a lot. And she said, there's stuff that my daughter's gone through that I could never imagine going through, and she's overcome it. She said, my daughter's doing great. She said, and I will not see my daughter fall and fail anymore. She's like, and my mom was, and even in the quiet, even if she had, which, cause that's a story for another day that I will be more than happy to share with y'all. My mom did go with family, but my mom she was my biggest cheerleader. She may have not told me all the time, but she was my biggest cheerleader. And I thank her for that because, I didn't realize it until she was gone. That she she was still the protective mom, even at 30, 40 years old, 39, my mom was still the protective. And she told me, she said, Danielle, it's not it's not fair to you that some people would want to hold you and dwell in your past. She said, we got to look to the future. We got to look at the brighter side of things. She said, so stop dwelling on it. That's why it's in the past. She said, let it go. She said, you don't have to look back, honey. She said, you go that way, not that way. And I like the way my mom put things, because she was very blunt and very, she was a very kind-hearted and loving woman, but she was also like she would know what we were doing at all times. Like my mom's gonna know what we're doing, whether we're adults or not. It don't matter because we're her children. She was Mama Bear. My mom was, and my mom was the protective mom, even as we were adults. And my mom told me one time, and when in 2011, I will be straight up with y'all right here, right now. In 2011, when I got arrested, my mom was the reason why I got arrested, which is a good thing. She didn't want to tell me that, but my mom saved my life. When I got arrested, I knew I was going to be facing time. And this is with my children. Like my children were with family. I had put them with family. And my mom just knew, she knew once I got my daughter in my family's hands, I knew I was going down to sit for a minute. She knew that already when Danielle's going to run. She said, and you know what? I thank my mom every day for that. It's not every day somebody can sit here and say the things that I'm saying, but you know what? I'm doing it because I hope to give other people, even parents that are fighting with CPS right now, that are in this battle, in with this nightmare, the courage to speak up because you can voice yourself. But I thank my mother because if it wasn't for her, I may not be sitting here with you today. My mom made sure to get my butt arrested because honestly, I was not thinking that I wanted to turn myself in, and I didn't. My mom saved me. She said, "Oh nope, mom was mom. She was a mom. She mama bear. Mama bear kicked in." And later, 5 years later, she told me. You know what she told me? She said, she did tell me the truth. My mom, 5 years later, my mom told me. She said, and well, after I had been in and I got out, and she said, Danielle, I want to sit you down. I want to tell you something. She said, this is, I'm the one that turned you in. She said, because I couldn't face knowing my mom knows how I was thinking. I was in my, she saved my life. But my mom said, Danielle, I had to. She said I couldn't know that go to lay my head down at night knowing that my daughter's out there somewhere and not know what's going on with you. She's like, I couldn't, and I did not want to get that call that Danielle, or the call. Y'all know where she was going with this. She said, I at least I know, and this sounds harsh, but she said at least I know that you're safe, and you got 3 hot meals a day, and you got a bed to lay on to do your. She said, and you're doing your time. She said that's what you needed to do. You said you got 3 kids that need you, Danielle. And you know what? I thank my mother. I did. I thank her, and I still thank her because she saved my life. Because there's no telling where I'd be. And she was right. My kids, they need me, and they still. Here I am. I'm still here, and not going back down that dark road. We're not doing that. So if anybody needs help, please reach out. Please. Let's get to these comments. Jonathan said, "I've met someone with a crack psychosis, and it is too far to save." There is that. Yes, that some people. It's I'll share a story about a gentleman that I knew a month and a half that passed, and I didn't know he was a really prolonged alcohol abuse is what it was that, and I miss him. Shirley's in remission. Awesome. That's awesome, Shirley. That's amazing news. And that congratulations. And you are a survivor, honey. You go, girl. She said she had a CPS worker that threw a fit because I could not answer my phone because I was in surgery for 15 plus hours for the cancer. Oh my goodness. And see how they are, everybody? See? Brenda said, right. And then she said, I was pissed. I told them, so you think because someone's health is bad, that they can't take care of their kids. See, y'all. So Miss Shirley, she's in remission, and she was diagnosed with cancer, but she's in remission now. And CPS was going to take her children. Thank goodness. So, and I'm glad you had a good attorney because that's where a lot of families do not have the good attorneys. And I'm glad that you were blessed and Albie because it's good to find that. But yeah. Oops, sorry, y'all. So I mean, it's having for CPS to take tear a family apart because of their diagnosis is absolutely wrong. That is just my goodness. Miss Shirley, I am so sorry you had to go through that. I mean, just imagine y'all having cancer, being diagnosed with cancer, and then face losing your children because of you having cancer. Could y'all imagine? That's not right. That's not fair. This is something that could pop up at any moment in your life. Cancer, anything that could be devastating to you already. And then they want to come in and take your kids. Look at North Carolina with the Hurricane Helene. And then I do want to put this in there too, y'all. The storms that were here recently, Tennessee, Kentucky, the floods. It's just like kind of like Hurricane Helene. The floods. There's like search and rescue going on. There's people that are being found. Okay. There's people that are being found, and please keep them families in y'all's prayers. Them areas that got hit, not by Hurricane Helene, but yes, but keep them still in your prayers. But here recently, because they are, it's. I did not know, but it's bad. Okay, I could not believe what my friend told me, and I'm like, wow. So, I haven't. I don't know if there's any, like, if they're going over volunteers or anything yet. But I will keep y'all up to date on that. It's horrible, y'all. I'm blessed. Kentucky, Tennessee, I don't know if it's Illinois, Indiana, all that. And then I think it was Missouri or something, or Minnesota over in that area. And I know just wherever that got flooded and hit. Because I know it was different. California, I mean, and them wildfires, y'all. Like, I even got that scared down here in Georgia. I mean, a county next to me was having the wildfires, and it wasn't very far from me. And I was like, man, so please just out there, be safe, y'all, and keep these people in your thoughts and prayers. What happened to your brother and Shirley? Wait, what did you say? What happened to your brother and Shirley for all? Thank you, Brenda. Thank you. My brother, he's stubborn now. You know, he's been with me for 10 years, and he's a mess. Bro. Maybe one day. I'm trying to talk him to coming on the show. One day he will. I know he will. Or I'll have to just catch him off guard and say, "Hey, bro, say hey," because he'll just look at me, and but all his memory's gone. Like, his short-term memory, he can't remember nothing. Maybe he will come on the show, y'all. Let's see. All right. So, everybody, let's see what else is going on here. Let's get these comments. Sorry, my I'm gonna have to. CPS has a habit of taking kids that ain't abused or neglected instead of the ones that are. Right. They tear, especially like that poverty thing, and it's horrible. The neglect is. They should not take. We were talking about this yesterday or the other day on the show. Brent, I think it was your show or my show on Wednesday. The neglect. They shouldn't take your child, like, tear your family apart if you don't have enough groceries. That's what food stamps is for. I mean, that is absolutely and they're doing it every day. Kids are being taken every day, every minute, for the most ridiculous reasons, and these people are just thinking it's okay. Shame on them, and they will be held accountable. I promise. Y'all keep fighting, keep voicing yourself. I am now cancer free for 4 years. We got she's 4 years, guys, cancer free. That's what's up. You keep trucking, mama. You do that, Miss Shirley. And we will keep sending our strength and our blessings to you, sweetheart. Because you have fought a battle that a lot have. That's awesome. You are a survivor, honey. Yeah, and they do prey on the weak. They do. CPS does, and I will share more of my story of recent things, because I know my son is home, but there's some new stuff, and it's messed up. But they don't have my son, no. But it's just, and that story will be for another day. But he is safe, he is healthy, and he is happy. And he loves me, and I love him. And my ex does not acknowledge anything that he has done or to the kids, and neither one of them ever really knew him, as the expresses no remorse. He is probably still an addict. My son's and daughter's dad is the same. Facts or lies? Hey girl, how you doing? Welcome in. Shirley said, we all learn from our past. That is what makes us who we are when we admit our wrongs. You know what? If you when you admit your wrongs and you admit that and you accept it, you just open a door that is going to be full of blessings, and and it's just going to be like uplifting from there. I was at rock bottom, guys, and I hit rock bottom so many times, and I'm talking within a week, a couple of days. I mean, I thought I was just. It was like this. Talk about a roller coaster. I was on one for in my active addiction. I was like this. There wasn't a straight road I was on. Never during that time. It was always up, down, up, down, and then when I look, I'll tell y'all right now. I wish I had the picture on me. But I had I thought when I looked in the mirror, y'all, shit, I thought I was America's Next Top Model. And I'm a long ways from that. But boy, when I looked in that mirror, I thought I was just, I'm going to show y'all what I look like. And it was far from America's Next Top Model. It wasn't even, it was something like Tales from the Crypt. Like, for real. Like the guy that plays the narrator. My face was sunken. Like, it's disgusting. I looked like a freaking zombie. I looked sick. But when I looked at myself, I thought I was just the most talk about conceited and no. But it was crazy. It was crazy. And all right, let's. Okay. How do you feel now that you told your story, Danielle? Do you feel better knowing you have our support too? Jonathan, I'm glad you asked that. Yes, I feel a lot better. And as you know, and I've been nothing but open with y'all. And that's the best way to be. And I felt, and also I wanted to, and I, yes, Jonathan, I do feel a lot better now. And also I feel like it will help others too. And my hope is, I'm hoping that it will help other parents that are struggling to voice, the ones that inside they want to speak out, like us, that they're wanting to voice themselves but they don't have the strength to or the courage to. I want to be that person, and I want us to be that group that gives them and gets them, and they learn, they feed off us, like they gain the strength to speak out, because we want to be the voices for the voiceless. Like, we want to, the ones that are silenced and they feel like they have to be silenced. No, they're not broken, because none of us are broken, but they're silent because these people are bullies. So I feel that showing them that we share our past, because a lot of people, Jonathan, like us, everybody in this chat, we're strong. We are very strong. And it takes a lot to get on social media right here live and say these things, because, it's such a judgmental, stereotypical world. Okay. So quick to put a label on something. And that's the way CVS does too. It's like, and that's where the ones that aren't going through CPS, or maybe never been an addiction or stuff like that, they can be stereotypical, and they don't see. That's why maybe they don't see what's really going on in this. But yes, Jonathan, I do feel a lot better, and it's actually also helping me. Like, 'cause when I tell you 6 months ago, you couldn't get me on this camera for nothing. Like, I don't know what the. And Carrie, God bless her soul. I mean, I do miss her, and she is the reason. Her and Darren, me and Carrie, like, we did 3 shows together, and it wasn't planned, but it fell into place, and y'all should go back to November and December of last year. Go check out those episodes. When I tell you, you could not ask for three best podcast shows ever, and it was not planned. Like, when we jumped on, that right there is what, and it helped me. She helped me. But those shows, and just that little bit of time with her helped me. But she did pass on. She passed, and you know, And it's y'all. Y'all help me. Jonathan, y'all help me. Shirley, Albie, Athena, all y'all. Tax Over Lies, Brenda, Tammy, Debbie, Chris, all y'all. Y'all all help me. Jonathan, all my guests, all my audience. Y'all have no idea how much y'all help me. And I appreciate that. I even get mad at myself and tell myself, girl, you better get on live today. Because I do miss talking to y'all. You know, it ain't nobody's job to judge me out there. But you know what? I'll share my story. And if y'all want to hear it, I'll talk your ears off. Because I can tell y'all some. But I can also help you. If you ever need, that's why I'm here. We're here together. We're here in this together, okay? Do I feel better? Yes. How do you feel now that you told? I feel awesome. Because and I, honest, like I don't know what people thought about me before, and I'm pretty sure now, you know. But you know what? Y'all are still here with me, and you know, but we did it. Like y'all helped me, and this I was looking for my speech for. I know I've said it before, and I'm glad I found it. Like because I felt yesterday and something on Brenda's show, and I was like I came right across it, and knowing that I have y'all support is the best and awesomest, and y'all have no idea how much motivation, courage, and drive y'all give me to go after these and just fight this battle. And because I'm telling you right now, look, front line, let's front and center, let's go. I'm on the front line. Let's I will. Y'all have no idea how much strength y'all give me. Y'all, the more I hear about these people picking on these families, the more I want to. Let's go, and I will lead this journey on. Let's go, guys, because y'all help me. Because you know what, I will be the face of the ones that can't speak out, the voiceless, the ones that are in the system being isolated, like my son was. These ones that are being, we need. I will help you. I will help whoever. If you feel yourself struggling, and y'all help me, y'all have no idea how much courage, strength, and determination y'all give me to get up every day and and tell myself I can't give up, I can't give in, and I can't stop now. I will not stop until these kids are home, your families are back together, we're happy, safe, stable, and this system is fixed and reformed and the way it should be. We should not have to ever be with this broken system trying to navigate through it. And y'all, we're going to do this. So y'all help me, and I promise you, like, and y'all are. I wake up every day. I pray for each and every one of you. I thank the Lord that we've crossed paths. I enjoy the time with y'all, and I look forward to many, many more, whether it be a live episode or in person. Because this is bonds that'll never be broken, y'all, and that's us. We're in this battle together, and we're gonna beat it. We're gonna overcome this. We're gonna save our children. We're gonna bring families back together, and we're gonna fix this. Because I'll be darned, we're like we say, we're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it. We are the ones, and we got the strength, we've got the power, and we got the knowledge, and we've got the drive. Because you know what? I don't want your kids picked on, and I don't want mine picked on, and I sure as heck don't want my neighbors picked on, and I don't want y'all bullied on or nothing. Because you know what? You deserve to live a happy, healthy, free life. So do we. Everybody's lives matter, and ain't nobody's gonna run it. You live like you want. You make your choice. It ain't their job to judge you. It ain't their job to tell you what to do. No. And how in the heck are they gonna tell you how to raise your child? No one knows. It does not come with an instruction manual. So you can't tell me, so they can't tell me how to raise my kid because they don't even know. We don't even know. It comes natural because it's a God given right, y'all. So don't ever give up on yourself and don't stop fighting. Because you know what? This is like where like when the wars with brothers and like and that are at war, like you don't never no man left behind. Hey, that's what no parent left behind, no child left behind. Okay? We got this. I stand with you. I got you. So Jonathan, yes, y'all, I love it how much y'all support me, and I love the drive and the motivation and the encouragement that y'all give me and the uplifting. And I hope I help y'all in the same way. I hope that my story will open up a door for y'all in the way, and not in a negative way. No. No. Let's move positive. We're gonna make looking for a bright future, because we're gonna make it. And then, yeah, I could say so much, y'all. I really could. It, I want everyone to be successful, and I want everyone to be happy. I want everyone to have their kids back, and I want everyone to be safe and live a happy life like that you deserve, like we should be, not one that's torn apart. So if somebody's struggling, reach out, please. I'm here because trust me, there are days that I'm sure that some days y'all can tell that I'm going through it, but y'all are the reason why I keep going. I promise you. And y'all keep me going. And it always happens. A message will come through, or I'll have a comment and it'd be one of y'all. And y'all don't even realize it. But y'all never know how much y'all helped me in my dark times. When those times during this battle, y'all help me a lot, okay? Y'all do. Y'all have no idea. I'll be said, I look forward to finding the light, realize and move forward. We cannot punish ourselves and then expect to feel better. Right. My mom would tell me that what does every fairy tale say at the end? Never look back. Right? Right. Nailerism. Yeah. Where is Naylor? Naylor started his job. Yes, Naylor is at work. Go Naylor. Nailerism. Thank you, Jonathan. I needed that for in depth. Nailerism. Charlie said, thank you, Jonathan. I love it. I love you guys. I love y'all. Y'all are great. Y'all are amazing. If you keep looking back, you won't move forward. Just use the past of knowing what you did made you a stronger person for your kids. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Shirley. And yes, because, that's why they say, I was all like my grandma always said, you got to leave the past behind you. Or what is it? Stop. What does the Rafiki say on The Lion King? Doesn't matter. It's in the past. You can't. Yeah, I love it. I try to say it like him, but that part of Lion King is because it's real. It's true. It doesn't matter. It's in the past, right? We can't dwell, and like she said, because it's going to do is hold you back from being your full potential. It's only going to hold you back from your dreams and happiness. So let's look forward, y'all. What we're gonna do is we're looking forward. Screw them drugs. Screw those negative times. We're going to move forward because we're going to have our kids. We're going to be happy and we're all going to be best friends forever. And we're going to enjoy life and we're going to live with a whole new, not this BS we are now. These caseworkers we are going to win. We are going to win this. So thank you, Miss Shirley. Yes, no looking back, guys. No looking back. Don't look back. Don't get off this video with me now and go. Don't go. No pass. We're letting that go. And when they want to remind us in court, we're letting that go. You stop them right there. Hey, that's why it's behind me. I told him that myself. That's why I was told on the floor that was under at the juvenile court, the second floor. I was on the third. I said that's why I was told last week. That's why it stays in the past. That's the past. Don't bring that up right now, please. We're not talking about the past. We're talking about tomorrow and the future. We're talking about what I'm gonna do better. What I'm gonna do to better myself and be the mom I need to be. And they didn't know what to think. because it's true, because that's what they want to do. They want to haunt you with the past. And that's why, and that's another reason why I brought this up today, because they tried that with me, guys. They tried to get me back down to start like thinking about those past times. Don't I'm not an easily triggered person, for one. For two, I'm way past that, and I've grown up, and I'm not gonna ever, like, I'm not that one. And for one, if they're gonna come at someone like that, that's some childish stuff, and that's bull. And no, because if I ever seen that, that would be, I would definitely, because no parent should ever have to face them trying to get them to go back down a road that they worked to get off of. I don't care who it is. Nobody deserves that. If you got away from it and you're away from it, you keep trucking, you keep moving, and don't let nobody take that shine from you, okay? Yes, Shirley. Yes. Brenda. Brenda, you stop crying, Brenda. Why are you crying? Shirley said, I live in Colorado, and the CPS here only, I got 5 minutes, only takes kids that are not abused and neglect. Yes. And leave the ones who are alone. Yes. And that, and I sat here, the neighbor where I live, this girl, she was not, she needed, her child needed, missing school. Everything was not, I mean, and I'm sitting here, and I was doing lives at that time, and I'm just like, she'd get the kid back. And I'm like, she'd be, I just saw, it was just, it was sickening to know that this child was his own. I mean, he was lost, he was confused. And this mom just, she kept getting him back. That was a troubled child. That was a child that was being neglected and abused, because his mom was more worried about men and chasing men than she was her own child. He was missing school. He was laying out of school, but she would just give him sweets and everything. That's not healthy for that child. And my friend even tried to help her with the child, and thank goodness the child's father stepped in and took it and got him, and he is safe. And she is hopefully getting help now, because that's neglect. That's when you're not even caring about your child's well-being. That is just absolutely, and it would upset me. It did. And and they just kept giving it back to her. That's the children that need the help. That's the children that need to not be abused, not be neglected. They need that safety, that security, and that boy, he needed that. And CPS wasn't trying to give it to him. I mean, that boy, bless his. I'm glad he's with his dad now. He's well loved. Arkansas too. Danielle, keep strong with us. CPS plays with the weak. That's right. They prey, and then they're them predators. What did I say? They can't protect squat. I think that's what it was. They're children pilfering. That's the children pilfering squad. CPS, y'all. We're gonna have a funny show one day and come up with some names again. We come up with some good ones. Children pilfering squad. Lots of support to all of you. Yes, everyone. We all love you. I'm sending all my love, and to each and every one of you. I got 2 minutes. Y'all. Wait. Off topic. Did you see where the man was on the train and had sex with a dead man? Oh boy. Facts over lies. I don't have any other info. I shared it last night in the comments. Don't blame the guy for not reading it. Ow. Where was that at? Facts over lies. I didn't see that. No, but I'll go check it out. I'm gonna go look that up. In my negative years time, I only say forget but never forgive. I'm still working on it. That's fine. It's okay, Almy. It's okay. And that's totally up to you if you want to forgive and forget. And that each one of us, that's your decision. Because sometimes it's hard to just, because I mean, if you're in a toxic situation, and it's just, and like a narcissist, like with a narcissist, it can be very detrimental and very bad, like not good for you at all. And so sometimes it's hard to let that, you know Self-care boundaries, y'all. Self-care boundaries. Think about self first. Self. Because self's only got self-respect. You have to take care of yourself to help someone else. So always, y'all remember that, okay? Y'all, I gotta get off here because I bet you they're gonna come in and be like, Danielle, it's Friday. So I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna try to do a show. That's what it was, right? And Albie, see, we all can sense each other and what we're struggling with, y'all. I can tell, and I love that about us, and I love that about this group, and I love y'all, and y'all are amazing. Y'all have no idea. Y'all better keep coming back though. Even though I'm boring sometimes and I get squirreled, y'all better keep coming back because honestly, I think the other day, I love y'all. I really do, and y'all help me in so many ways. I could talk y'all's ears off, and I can find stuff to talk. Trust me, there's plenty. I got plenty of notes. But today I needed to talk about that, and I hope in ways it helped you and others. Share it out, share the live out, y'all. Talk about it. Tell your friends, whoever. If y'all are on TikTok, y'all will see my daughter. She'll be posting, commenting. Just show her the love. She is she's going through it. Totally understandable, but she'll come around. It'll be okay. I love my kids. I love all y'all. I love every one of y'all. And we are gonna win this battle. We are gonna fight this battle. We are not gonna stop until we get the changes that need to happen and we get our families back. Okay. Y'all look out for the Tiff and Punisher show. It's on tonight. The late night show. I don't know who else is on. I'm still mad about the scheduling. I promise you I'm working on that, but I'm procrastinating bad. Brenda's gonna have to help me. Brenda. Did you hear me, Brenda? But all right, y'all. So y'all be good. Be safe. Great show, guys. Like, share, subscribe, and let's go. Pack it up. One is tough, but a pack is unstoppable. Let's get this show on the road and let's get this party started because it's time. I'll have something also that I'm working on for everybody in all 50 states that I think that we should do. And I was trying to get it done today. I wanted to talk about that on the show too, but I'll do a late night show. How about that? Let me work on it and I'll share it with y'all later. Okay. I may talk about it. Brendan knows what I'm talking about, but I believe it's something that we need to get done. And also I go see Marjorie Taylor Greene on the 15th. If anybody wants to help with that, please reach out to me. We will talk more about that too. But everyone, be good, be safe, and until next time, y'all be looking out for my notifications. Great show, guys. Thank y'all for coming in, and love y'all. Keep fighting. Bye, everyone.
Sisters in the shadows walking down, lost the way but found again somehow. Faces in a crowd but you're not around. Whispers in the dark, a silent sound. Fighter through the storm, you stand tall. Through the pain, relentless, we won't fall. Broken chains and echo. Truth in shadows deep, where voices cry but none can speak, in halls of whispers. In the shadow of the peace day, where the magnolias bloom so late, a child stands alone in fear, wishing someone would hold them near. Through the bridges of Georgia's care, They're reaching out, but life ain't fair. Isolation's heavy on their hearts.